Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
You went 0-4 for the Rumble. Say it.
Not saying it.
You either say it, or I'm going to tie you down to a chair and make you watch Mae Young give birth to a hand.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Fine. I went 0-4 at the Royal Rumble. And everybody else got at least one right. Roll the damn intro. Thank you for watching BrambleTV. I'm Mike the Mouth. This is Extra DX. This is Over the Top Rope. The very first Over the Top Rope in the road to WrestleMania, right after the Royal Rumble. And the first thing about the Royal Rumble that we have to talk about is the winner.
Oh, nobody's... we all, as you saw in the special, most of us thought Orton or Jericho. Sheamus, surprise winner of the night.
Can you say that they decided to just throw everybody off when they were like, oh, it could be Jericho or Orton and all this stuff?
Yeah, kudos to the WWE for actually keeping the winner a secret this year to where no one could really get right except for Garrett and David.
And Justin.
Yeah.
No, Justin didn't get it. Whatever. Go back and watch and you'll see who got it right and who didn't get it right.
The spot of the night during the Rumble, if you saw it, Kofi Kingston. Like, last year it was John Morrison with his Spider-Man on the barricade. This year...
Kofi outdid him.
Kofi, a complete handstand, walks on his hands the length of the ring to set his feet down on the steps.
I'm sorry. That outdoes the Spider-Man. Not taking anything away from John Morrison, because that was amazing too. But Kofi wins.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. And then with the Royal Rumble, we also have CM Punk retained. Clean.
Thank God.
Daniel Bryan won in a what could have been a much better triple threat cage match, but it was not a bad match at all.
They did a really good job.
It was a good match with Mark Henry being hurt, and Big Show got on top of the cage.
Yeah.
That scares me.
It scared me a little too. How about some of the surprise returns in the Rumble?
Say your top three.
I gotta go Road Dogg, Karma,
who you thought was the boogeyman at first.
I gotta admit that little laugh at the beginning of her music sounds a lot like a boogeyman. And honestly, King, that made me happy.
My top three. I'm going to start with number 3, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the very first winner of the Royal Rumble, coming in. We kind of knew he might come in, might not, but it's still, like, I loved it. Number 2 was Karma. Third woman to ever enter the Royal Rumble.
And honestly, she did better than Chyna and Beth Phoenix did. I mean, she military pressed a guy out of the ring.
That's true. Like, well, granted, it's Hunico, who's like my size, but still. And then number 1 was Road Dogg. Had to be.
Oh, yeah.
In the classic DX shirt, not the whatever 2009 DX shirt.
Yeah.
The classic DX shirt, and hit the shake, rattle, roll on 2 different people.
But the one surprise we were not happy about.
The one person who has no business taking anything away from any of the superstars in back.
And now we're never going to hear the end of it.
Michael Cole.
Alright, at the Royal Rumble, we also saw John Cena and Kane, which ended in a double countout.
Not a single one of us got that right.
No. But it led to an altercation on Monday night when Kane threatened Eve.
Again.
And said he was going to continue to destroy Ryder until Cena embraced the hate. I gotta say, looked like he's starting to embrace it. That guy had the most sadistic smile I've ever seen on his face while he was kicking Kane's ass.
He put a dent the size of Kane in those steps. Like, I've seen people hit the steps and whatnot. But damn, he had to have been hitting him because the steps were straight like at the beginning, and at the end it was like that. Like there was a significant dent in it, and it was ridiculous.
But I mean, he was laughing and looked sadistic. And unfortunately on Twitter posted that he refuses to embrace the hate. He's going to continue to rise above it. Personally,
he ain't going to beat Rock if you don't embrace the damn hate.
Which is exactly what Kane said. And quite frankly, I believe it.
I believe it too, because Rock's going to kick his ass at WrestleMania. All right. Match of the night for Raw was CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. That match went for 20, 25 minutes.
Easily the longest match we've had on Raw in months.
Yeah.
Let alone this year. Best match we've had in months. And, ladies and gentlemen, that was a wrestling match.
Yes. That was the best in the world versus the best in the world. It was World Heavyweight Champion versus WWE Champion.
And unfortunately got interrupted by what used to be the best
in the world at what he does. And what he does is salsa dance. Chris Jericho. We now know who's going to be in the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, this is true.
And Jericho's one of them.
Jericho, Truth, Miz,
Ziggler, and Swagger.
I still don't understand why Swagger is...
I call Ryder comes out and fucks with him, and he ends up losing.
That's a good idea.
I have good ideas. Sometimes they don't come to fruition, but I have good ideas. My name is Mr. John Laurinaitis, and I almost got fired at Raw.
This fucking close. This close. And as much as I love The Undertaker, you couldn't have waited like 5 minutes.
You could have waited 5 more seconds for him to go,
You're fired.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
I don't even care if Triple H takes over as GM. Let him have his personal issues with Undertaker. But just get rid of John Laurinaitis. Please.
I'm going to go with, he's going to fire him on Monday.
God willing.
And Triple H is going to say no to Taker over and over. And then finally he'll give in, which means either Johnny Ace will come back or we'll have a new Raw General Manager. And I have a sneaking suspicion that he has a good friend named Mr. Sacco.
I would assume as much myself. But I have a better idea for Mania. I think Triple H continues to turn him down. And we finally get Kane and Taker one last time for Undertaker's last WrestleMania match. And if I'm right, by God, you heard it here first. February, 1st?
I don't want to see a Kane Taker at Mania again. I love Kane and Undertaker. I love them as the Brothers of Destruction. I love them when they go against each other. 2 WrestleMania matches against the same opponent is enough.
Taker's already had 2 WrestleMania matches against Triple H, too.
That's why I don't want it to be Triple H, but it's going to be. Because he's the only person that they could actually do it against, unless they get Brock Lesnar to come back at this WrestleMania, which isn't going to happen, because Taker probably won't want to put over Brock Lesnar either.
But Taker's already said the only person he really wants to end his streak would be Kane. Kane said he wouldn't end it, but Kane did say he would be willing to be the last man.
And it's going to be...
So Taker could go out on top when he retires, and we still get that last Kane-Undertaker match. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for watching Over the Top Rope. Stay tuned, to BrambleTV. We've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. More Angry Russians. A couple of the other guys are going to start putting some stuff up. And until next week,
make sure you hit the subscribe button, comments below, like us, hit the whatever like button up below, follow us on Twitter, send us messages there. Got questions, we'll be willing to answer. Till next week.